Oh.
Hey,
it's cooler with Texas now.
Yeah.
It's cooler with they back. They back. They back.
Hey, I'm good.
You know, you got to get in the SEC.
You see what I got to rock.
Yeah,
You know,
Well, they don't got enough.
Man,
represent.
hey, we saw so many kids at the field with it. Trust me, man. They buying them. The sevens are being bought here.
The supporters are real.
The Bijans.
Yeah.
Right. The Bijan Robinsons. Everybody, now we know. I've been calling this man by the wrong name since I met him.
You have it, though. I promise you. Like, you can say however you, Bijan. My mom will be happy if you said it the right way.
Bijan.
Yeah.
You ain't checked nobody your whole life?
No, 'cause it sounded the same to me. But my mom was like, "Why you keep saying it like that?" And I was like,
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, cap, pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On a mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, cap, pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant.
Man, well, welcome back to the Pivot.
Yeah.
Fred Taylor, Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark, Pivot fam. Thank you for joining us on our Pivot training camp tour. I think for me, man, to start, one of the bigger stories this week is, you're in the NFL Top 100. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Saquon Barkley, who is the gold standard right now at the running back position, said that nobody cuts the way you do. He even said, I like myself. He's like, I love myself, but nobody is doing what Bijan is doing in the open field. When you hear Saquon Barkley say something like that, what does it mean to you to have one of your peers feel that way about you?
I mean, obviously, man, it's a blessing to do what we all can do on the field. And like for me, I mean, hearing him say that it means that I'm doing something the right way. And for me, like, obviously, cutting as a running back, it's either you got it or sometimes you just don't. There's straight line guys, there's guys that can do both, and that's what I pride myself in. But I feel like just me understanding how to create leverage for myself, even talking to other running backs and talking about how to create leverage for themselves as well, like it's a big plus, man. And to hear him say like, he's the best cutting running back, I mean, it means a lot because I work on it a lot and I work on certain techniques and stuff like that. But I even texted him, I was like, bro, I appreciate the love, man, because it's always cool to, like, he was the guy last year, and I have so much respect for him. And obviously, like, God willing, I can get to that point as well, hopefully this season with the guys. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool when he said that.
If we all put you in a Philly jersey or put you guys in blank jerseys and just let you go do your thing, it would be identical.
Yeah.
Y'all running style is so similar, man, and the thing you can do to create big plays for your team, both of you are crazy. So that leads me to want to ask you, year two, man, your rookie year, just shy of 1,000. Last season, you finished third in the league. What clicked for you to be able to make that sort of jump in your ability?
I mean, the game slowed down. Like, the game completely slowed down. And I think it was more like week 5. After week 5 is when, like, I was like, oh, like, I'm getting it. Like, every time I touched the ball, it was like, this is going to be a big play. And I had that same feeling in college. So, like, first year, I was trying to find my way, find the ropes. Second year, it was like, all right, I'm starting to pick it up. I'm starting to get it. I got it, like, towards the middle to end of my sophomore year. And then the third year was like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. So I think it's just like the speed of the game. Guys are faster, obviously, in the league. And for me, when I got the speed down, when I got the speed where I wanted to create my own tempo and create my own pace, and I feel with me is like, my goal is when I touch the ball, I control everybody on the field. I control the defense, I control the O-line, I control the receivers, because when I feel like I'm in control, then that's when you feel like you're unstoppable. When I started feeling that, then the sky was the limit.
Yeah, we talked a bit about year 3 being this year for you this year, and you just lit up with excitement, not only about the running ability in the team, but about your involvement in the pass game.
Yep.
Like, give us a little sneak peek on, like, what you guys are going to do different this year.
I mean, doing everything, lining up at receiver. And we sprinkled it last year because it was a new system, new offense, so we were trying to get a feeling for everything. But this year, like, being out wide, going up against corners, being at slot, running, I don't want to say the routes, but like,
Don't give too much.
Yeah, but running receiver routes, like running actual receiver routes, because that's just another part of my game that, God blessed me to play. And with me, like, growing up playing 7-on-7, being a receiver, like, doing it throughout college, you have to do it. We can't.
Yeah, we got to see it today. It's certainly not, hey, go do what running backs normally do.
Yeah.
And the way they utilize you, the depth of the routes. And so you looked extremely natural doing it. So from the coach's standpoint, they have to feel good about where that's going.
No, he's too damn big to run that fast and quick. That's what it doesn't look natural. It looks unnatural.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I am running those routes on corners and, you're not gonna put a linebacker out there. So on the DBs, and then when I do catch the ball on them, like, they still got to make a tackle. And a lot of DBs today, like, they don't
want their work.
They go whip. They go whip. So it's like that's why you got to utilize it.
The scheme and the new way they use you.
Yeah.
Also, flat out, Michael Penix Jr. is the quarterback.
Yeah.
What's he gonna add to that game now? Because he's a hell of an athlete.
Well, in the run game, it helps out a lot because he's an athlete. So, it's more of that, like, Eagles type offense. You got to account for not just me in the run game or Tyler in the run game. Like, you have to account for Mike because he can roll out, he can scramble, he can, take another linebacker out. And I feel like when you take another linebacker out, then as a running back, like, you love that every single time. That's a mismatch. But then in the pass game, obviously, his arm talent is special.
Yes.
So, I'm even seeing it in camp. Like, some of them balls that he's throwing, I'm like, shoot. Like, I have to, like, actually go get it because he'll throw it in the area, but the area is, like, so the DB can't get it. But me, I have to haul my butt over there. But he has a special arm. It's cool.
You seem like I watched you or listened to you talk about Saquon, and you were like, you talked about what he said about you, but you had so much of, okay, I know how to create leverage, or I know how to get myself in these positions, a student of the game. This offseason, you spent some time with Christian McCaffrey as well. What was the thought about spending that time with him, and what did you gain from that?
Yeah, I wanted to be with a guy that's obviously a veteran and that's done it before. And, like, I feel like with me and Christian, we worked for 4 weeks this summer. But I just learned, like, a lot of the little things that I haven't known before, like on choice routes. I think he's the best choice route runner ever. I know there's Marshall Faulk, like, guys that's obvious, but I think just how he creates leverage and how he creates space is pretty special. So with me seeing that and him teaching me that and learning, then I'm like, out here, it's starting to become super effective. And Mike's like, bro, this is gonna be open every single time, and I understood it because it's like some of the little things that I learned over the summer with him. And dude works hard. Like, Christian works hard, and I want to be with a guy that works. Like, I didn't want to mess around this year and, go to Dallas or go to LA and train. Like, I was locked in on one spot and trying to do one thing. And, we did a lot of track work, and the coach that coached us, his name is Randy. Like, he coached Terrell Davis and Christian's dad and those guys. So, like, having a guy that's coached all these, like, superstar players was another cool thing too. So I think it was good, really great work.
I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I love you to death. You're an amazing person. Everyone leads with that.
Yeah.
Before we talk about the football talent.
Yeah.
And I like Christian McCaffrey too. But
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk, choice route, he can't hey, bro.
Greatest show on turf?
Come on, dog. We just got to pull up some footage. Marshall
right.
did it a while ago.
He did.
I just got to give you some side-by-sides. I'm going to die on this hill.
Hey, you got to die on some hill.
You going to put Marshall
That's
over?
the reason I chose 28, and Faulk can do everything.
He can.
First 1,000, 100, like Faulk, and this is 16-game season. So I'll go to
So you got to realize how young he is, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Young, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That is true.
And Marshall, obviously, all that different stuff.
Marshall tape looked like black and white to him.
Yeah,
Marshall, when was the greatest show on turf? Like, what year was that?
98, 99,
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even here.
2000.
My dog said I wasn't even here.
But Marshall was MVP, which brings me to, I've been hearing some stuff, analysts, they're putting your name in the MVP conversation. Is that pressure or is it just noise?
Just noise. I don't even think about it. Obviously, like, it's a cool thing to be mentioned in that category, especially because, like, a lot of quarterbacks been winning it. I mean, at the end of the day, like, if that's what God wants for me,
Right.
it's gonna happen. And I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna continue to work hard. I'm gonna continue to be, you know, a light to this team and to this fan base. Because if I do that, then, you know, like, the sky's the limit. And, you know, as much as I want to be individual, like, y'all know me, I'm such a team guy. Like, but I feel like when that happens, and, you know, if everything happens the right way, then you never know what can happen.
Ashton Genty called you and said thank you yet?
Yeah, I talked to him.
Okay, because, without you, he wouldn't have been a top 10 pick. Really, did he call and appreciate? Because that was the big question. Now, y'all boys started sneaking back up in that top 10.
But that's the goal. Like, it starts with us. And, like, me and Jameer talking, I'm like, yo, like, you know, we're the guys now that is for the future of the running back. Mm-hmm. And all these young running backs in college be, you know, hitting me and DMing me, and even the recruits, these top recruits I'm talking to in high school, I'm like, y'all need to make sure, like, y'all can run the ball all you want, but I'm like, you guys have to become pass catchers. Like, y'all have to get involved in the pass game, because if we want these $100 million contracts or close to it and break the mold, like, you can't just be, you can be an amazing runner, and that can take you a long way, but if you're an amazing runner and amazing pass catcher, like, you're unstoppable. I tell them all the time, like, you know, me and Jameer talk, like, if we want to break that, like, change the markets and everything that people are talking about, like, we have to continue to be on that high level of both sides of the ball, which is cool.
You know, I loved hearing you say you talk to young people about how to break the mold of the running back, and the fact that if you can be a pass catcher now, we can sort of stop this trend of the devaluing of the position.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about something different, pivot for a second here. Mm-hmm. Everybody we talked to today, first thing they said, he's such a good human. Mm-hmm. And normally, when someone's a great player like you are, and you go, he's even a better human, you're just full of crap, right? You just be like, and he's even a better guy, but you know he a stink individual. Absolutely. That's not that way for you.
Yeah.
Give young people some advice on having the foundation you have, being Christ-led, and going from a college campus to the NFL, where there's all the trappings of temptation, all the trappings and opportunities to make the wrong decision. How have you remained steadfast in who you are with so many options to go the opposite way?
It's funny, like, I talked to my grandpa a couple of days ago, and he was like, yo, B, like, you know, you had so many, like, choices in college to, you know, you were praised in high school, you were praised in college, like, you know, and he was like, I know that was some of my doing because I raised you. But yeah, I feel like with me in the discipline part, like, I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew what I wanted to do. And I had teammates in college, like at Texas, you know, they were always telling me like, yo, B, like, go out, bruh. Like, do, you know, have fun. And you know, obviously us college kids, like, we did a little bit of fun, but like with me, like, I was so locked in, and they were always like, why don't you come out and do? But then on the flip side, they're always like, damn, B, like, I want to be where you're at. But I'm like, you know, you got to make a choice. It's always good to have fun. Like, you have to have fun in college, like, to experience it. But at the same time, like, you have to be, like, so focused and locked in and understand, like, especially my position, like, I was trying to do big things and trying to make it as high as I possibly could. So I understood, like, the value of if I do something wrong, like, it's 10 times worse than you know, some other people. But I think, like, for me and my faith and how strong I am in my faith, it allowed me to not do some of the things that would have got me to a place where I didn't want to be. And, like, with understanding, like, you know, sometimes I had to just pray about it, like, God, please, like, just show me something else. Show me a different path, a different vision. Like, I wasn't even supposed to go to Texas. Y'all know that. Like, I was supposed to go to Ohio State. But I feel like if I went there, I wouldn't have been here. And so, like, it's those little decisions. And then with the kids now, which is hard, is the NIL. Like, as much as I love it for kids, they're starting to get paid all this money. And then their mentalities become, like, so shot. Like, they're like, I have money, I can do this. I don't have to work as hard. like I saw a video on TikTok the other day, and it was this college kid like yelling at his coach in camp. He was like, bro, I don't have to listen to you. He was like, I got all this money, like, bro, I don't gotta listen. I was like,
Yeah, that's a different world.
I was like, what? I was like, I cannot, I got ripped. Like, I got kicked off the team. Like, for me to explain that to kids now, I'm like, bro, like you have to go to college for relationships and with a relationship with the coaches. Like you can't go to college for, it's cool to get money. You will get money if you perform the right way.
How do you stay humble now? Because you have all those things. Now, you know, you talking about what the kids have. We was talking about Lamborghinis and all that when we met you.
Yeah.
Right?
I was going to ask him if he took a pay cut going eighth.
And so how do you stay humble now? Because like Freddie T said, you do have that praise. You are working toward that big contract. What continues to keep your mind in the mind state of humility?
It's just how I was raised. You know, I was raised by very nice people, and my grandparents, my mom, like my auntie, like they're super nice people, and they're very disciplined. So, you know, for as much respect as people have for them, and you know, if you talk to my grandpa, you'll be like, man, like I see where he got it from, and I just always kept those morals. Like I always kept, you know, if the Lamborghini, I never showed it off. I never was talking about it. I tried not to bring it around the team because I mean that could be a divide. And obviously when I was in college, like that's when NIL was starting to become, you know, a big thing. And some of the deals I was getting were like, you know, everybody kind of knew about it. So I was like, what I should do is just not bring it around, not show it off too much, because everybody already knows you got it. But you know, you don't have to be a cocky guy. You don't have to be a cocky teammate. You can just build up teammates and say, like, y'all can get it too, and come get it with me.
This is 3 years in a row that I'm going to tell you can hang with me whenever you want.
Hey.
That means he's never been to any of the places in Atlanta you've been to.
And we in Atlanta right now, too. I'm about to tell you, man. I can change my flight if you want to slide.
You Magic City?
Hey, man.
Hey, that place will catch on fire, Bijan walking there, boy.
Hey, them wings was good, though.
Man, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you Uber Eats them in.
The lemon pepper Lou's.
Them wings is good.
But I want to ask you about, you talking about discipline, where it's like off the field discipline.
Yeah.
What do you do to have 360 touches in a year?
Yeah.
304 carries, what was it, 61 receptions. But the stats don't say the times you had to pick up linebackers, times you had to block defensive ends. Like,
Heck yeah.
you have a workload that aren't seen in stats. What do you do? Because they know all the $1 million that people spend on their body. What do you do to be able to do what you do consistently like you do?
I just have a consistent routine, man. Like, you know, I think people be dramatic when they be saying, I spend $1 million on my body. I'm like, how do you spend $1 million on your body, bro? Like, what do you do? So, like, you know, when I get done with practice, you know, I immediately hit the cold, hot tubs. I'll get my little treatment after practice, like, but I've been consistent with that for 4 or 5 years. And then, you know, off the field, I'll have a massage therapist and a chiropractor, and they come every single week, twice a week. My college years, you know, I didn't say getting my body work done. Yeah, I didn't take it serious at all. And then after my rookie year, I was like, all right, I have to try to do something. But then last year, when I started to continue to like get those carries, get to the pass catches, I was like, I have to do something. And I felt great. Like, I mean, knock on wood, like I haven't had too many injuries in my career, which is a blessing. And I'll even have my teammates here like, bro, like, they're like, bro, you're just a jackrabbit. Like, bro, you're just a bunny. Like, and I'm just like, because I do what I have to do to take care of my body the right way. And then I'm out there, you know, trying to ball.
Who's been impressive, offensive, defense, and who do you look forward to seeing this year that we might enjoy watching?
I think Matthew Bergeron on offense, he's the left guard. Bro's a monster.
Was he the one that was fighting all the time?
Yeah, he was probably in there. he was probably in there. But dude's a monster. Like, last year, he showed, you know, obviously Chris Lindstrom, he's the best guard in the league. But with him on the other side, like, man, he's starting to become real dominant. And even just talking with him and seeing his energy out there, I'm like, bro, like, I know we don't got pads on yet, but, you know, you got to kind of tone it down because you're killing these dudes out here. But, And then like for skill positions, I mean Darnell Mooney, Darnell Mooney's real. Like he is real. I don't know why he's so underrated. I don't know why, because I think he's better than most in the league. Like route running, making people miss, breaking people off, understanding the angles of routes, his catching ability, like impressive. Even Ray McCloud, like I know that people undermine him a little bit, but the dude's a baller. And the thing I like about Raheem is, he lets them be who they are. And they're great dudes, but he lets them be who they are on and off the field. But then when they're on the field, like, they working. And then on defense, I'm excited to see Jalen Walker. That dude, he a monster. James Pierce, monster. And I know these are rookies, but, like, they don't look like rookies right now, which is really impressive. Even Diablo, like, at linebacker, I played against him last year at the Raiders. Yep. But this year, like, it might just be the scheme, but he looking good. He looking good.
Most people I ask that question, they'll probably go with the skill, like the sexy positions first. But you smart. Yeah. You give your big dogs love up front. You're a smart dude.
I had to.
I like that.
Well, hey, listen, he could definitely run for president at some point too. The best help for a quarterback, whether old, young, is a run game, which was something you guys leaned on last year. But you also went through it was a strange transition. And from the outside looking in, could have been a difficult one that seemed to go really smoothly. What was it like having to transition from Kirk to MPJ in the middle of the season last year?
Obviously, we saw Kirk, had a little bit of struggles, and I mean, as a, it's hard being an NFL quarterback. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I've been seeing it for 3 years. My rookie year, I had 2 quarterbacks, same situation, Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke, and then with last year, that situation. But, I feel that trying to be there for encouragement, like in the moment on the field, like really helps him out, especially Kirk. Like, he's been in the league for 13 years. And sometimes, you don't want to say nothing because you're like, he got it. Like, he understands what he has to do. But like, he's under pressure. He's in the moment just like we are. So for me, like, I was like, yo, like, me saying a couple words to Kirk, encouraging him, like, yo, like, pick your head, like, it's all right. Like, we good. And he was always like, man, I'm good. Like, I got it. And which was cool. But, obviously, I can't control what the decisions were made. And I know we had, like, a little slump for, like, 4 weeks. But when Mike came in, it's like he was ready. Like, sometimes you have a rookie guy come in and he's shaking up a little bit. No, Mike was like, yo, like, let's get it. And I think what made him confident is everybody who was around him. Like, he had Drake, Mooney, Ray, Kyle, me in the backfield. So he had guys, like, that were ready to go already and that were playing really well. And obviously when that run game was hitting throughout the season, like, it made Mike's job way easier, and he just started to just free flow it and let it go. But obviously that's a tough switch for a quarterback, especially like when you're trying to make it to a playoff. Like we were one game away from the playoffs, obviously, but it was just sometimes it's too late.
You mentioned all of those skill players at Michael Penix Jr.'s disposal.
Yep.
He said there's no reason you guys shouldn't be one of the top offenses in the NFL. How confident are you in this group that you could be one of the best doing it this season in 2025?
Yeah, I'm extremely confident. Now, I feel like it's my job to be like, nah, bro, we suck. we ain't good right now. Like, we're becoming who we want to become, and yeah, like we have the talent for it. We have, I'm trying to tell these guys, like, bro, like, kind of stay off social media, don't look at that kind of stuff, because all you're gonna do is people are gonna either tell you y'all look great, y'all are gonna be the best, or they're gonna be like, y'all suck. Like, just continue to, like, stay focused, get better. Like, yesterday we had a bad day. I ain't gonna lie, like, we was not looking like the best offense, and we all knew that. But then today, like, we came out there and we responded, and obviously when the pads come on, that's when real ball, starts into play. But I'm like, being consistent day to day is what's important to me right now. And it's kind of cool, like, seeing me become a leader because I'm always the guy that's like, lead by example. Like, I don't gotta say nothing. But then y'all probably heard me out there like yelling at the defense. Like, it's just because it gets everybody's energy up. So it's pretty cool.
I think I got something for him because he's a perfect human.
I'm not. I promise.
You now being a leader, you got to snap sometimes. Like you're saying, you can't walk in what you just said. If y'all and then ain't score a point at halftime, you can't be like, hey fellas,
No, hell, you're right. You're right.
Do you snap?
Yeah.
You snap like, do you go crazy or is it more controlled snap?
So like in games, like I don't talk a word. I'm silent on the field. Like when we get back to the locker room, I'm gonna say something. If it has to become like that, but like on the field, like, I don't say a word. Like it was funny. We were playing the Commanders, and one of their D linemen, he said something real left, like to me, like, you know, typically dudes on the field, they don't say nothing to me. Like I'll just keep up. They don't say a word. But bro, like he said something crazy in the first 2 plays. I like stopped in my tracks, and I was like, no way, I just heard what he just said to me, and I looked at him, and I just started laughing. Like I just laughed in his face, and then we were like balling that whole quarter. But I was like, yo, like, if I really was about to snap on this dude, like that was the first time in my career I was about to like say something crazy back. So now that I'm doing it to the defense, it picks the energy up. Like they really like, I'll say something crazy and they don't be trying to say nothing back, but it makes them hype. So I think it's pretty cool.
Shane, his speech probably like mine was when I used to play. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna get our butts moving.
Hey, no cap.
I don't care what they tell dude
No cap.
on that other side.
And you sounded real fragile, like your foot.
Don't be spelling cuss words.
I
It
know.
ain't gonna work. Let's
I
beat
know.
their AASS. No, bro. I'm telling you. You get a
And that happened before? Somebody did that before?
That's how he used to cuss.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey,
Beat that ASS or
So until I retired,
yeah.
my kids had never heard me curse. They had never heard me say a curse word. And then like toward the end of my career on game day, when I give the speeches, I'd allow myself some curse words. But yeah, I stopped early on in my career and it just became a habit to not do it.
Only when he's mad is HE double hockey sticks.
You don't be saying the words. You know, I just saw the game when you played against the Ravens. I think it was the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
And we were watching it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And shoot, you was out there like, you was saying something. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm an F-U-C-K-U.
Hey, I had one statement, bro. Every on-field conversation for me ended the same way. Yeah. I used to always tell people, you know that's how folks go to sleep.
That's all you gotta say.
Non-cuss intimidation, though. I ride with that one.
Feisty. I know it's early. Obviously, beginning of training camp, we're on the tour. But expectations for 2025 after a big monster season last year was 1,887 scrimmage yards, 1,456 rushing, and whatever the math is on the receiving, right? What are your personal goals? I know the team goal, obviously, probably division, Super Bowl, yada, yada. But your personal goal, how do you build on, last year?
Being better than last year. My goal is always to improve and get better every single year. Like, whether it's leadership-wise, spiritually, physically, like emotionally. And I just know that, for me, if I can be better in all those departments than I was the year before, then I accomplished my goal. And obviously, if I want to be better, I need to understand, like, dudes, they respect you as a player now. So, like, there's gonna have more guys, game planning. All the teams are gonna game plan around, like, where you're at, what you're doing. And it's great that, I have an awesome offense around me like that they're all threats. So, like, you can't just hone in on one player because everybody can do something against you. But I always write down these extreme goals. Like, I think I wrote down, and don't clip me on this, if people like my sophomore year of college, I wrote down I wanted 2,000 yards rushing and then like 500 yards receiving. And then my third year, I wrote down I wanted 2,500 yards rushing, 500 yards receiving. So I do the same thing in the NFL because, like, if I write that down on a whiteboard and before my room, and I put on the bottom, like, God, like, can you bless me, like, to do something like that, and look at it every day, then I know that what my goal is, and I know I'm gonna write my game stats, right there, and it just gives me an extra motivation before I go out there. So.
Hey, man, we're on this training camp tour, but you play a lot of football. We hear all your passion in it. During your bye week, you sitting back. Who are you going to watch? Is it opponents coming up? Is it division? Who do you watch on bye week?
I watch my opponent first couple of days, and then I'm gonna watch all the top 5. I'm gonna watch the top 5 running backs who's leading in rushing. So like I'm watching. Like last year, I was watching Saquon. I was watching Derek, Jonathan Taylor, and then Josh Jacobs. Like those are the guys I was like. And then Jameer, like I was watching those 5 guys and just like kind of scrolling through their games. And I do that before every game. Like, hell
with bye week. Hell with bye week.
Yeah. Like every game, like I'm looking to see what's going on and to see what the numbers are. And then I'm like, I got to go out there. And it's just the competitiveness in me. Like I see what they do. And then I'm like, all right, I got to go out here and go do something.
In a position like yours, where you have to rely on your offensive line. You have to rely on the fact that we have weapons on the outside. How difficult is it for you in those games where you aren't getting it going like you want to?
I feel like the composure is the right thing to say, just because like I see a lot of guys that are on the sideline like trying to look up their stats and doing stuff like that, but I don't believe in that stuff. Like, I feel that if you know like something's not clicking, then you're gonna talk about it as an offense. Obviously, Zach Robinson, our offensive coordinator, like he knows, if we're not moving the ball the right way, if we're not doing this, like, then he's very good at putting us. Like, if we have a really bad first half, there's 9 times out of 10 we're gonna have a really great second half. Mm-hmm. And for that being his first year, like he did an extremely good job of, talking to us at halftime, telling our coaches something on the mic, and them telling us, like, my coach, Michael Petrie, like, if we have a bad first quarter, like, he gonna be on our ass. He gonna be like, nah, bro, like, this isn't the standard of what we do. And, I appreciate him a lot, my running back coach, because, obviously he's one of the best in the game. Like, his respect is so high. Like, he's been the guy for a long time now. In college, I had Tashard Choice, like, so I've always been blessed with running back coaches, like, that would always get me going, and that just knew the right thing to say in the right moment, and it was a wrap. But yeah, like, if we're not playing great, then we're gonna get together on the sideline and be like, yo, like, this is not acceptable. This is not good. And I think we played the Eagles week 2, and yep. And it was, man, look at this lame dude.
I ain't come back on the show.
Look at this lady that come here.
I'm to get my running back, man.
It's
my back. I ain't come back on the show. Come on, brother. No. You know why?
We take good care. We take good care.
Y'all come to camp in all black.
Hey, that's why you kept us on the sideline?
What you mean all black? We represent around here. I just want to say you're a superstar, man. Don't forget that, and everything gonna go through you. You're gonna be the spark.
That's the music playing in the back? That Maxwell.
Hey, no, but
I'll be.
Hey, nah, but seriously though, you're gonna be the spark that y'all need, man. So as long as you keep that to the forefront. Absolutely. I mean, I think sky's the limit for you personally. Obviously, I'm a fan, but also for the team.
No doubt.
I think y'all have a better season this year with you, Mike, and the rest of the crew. So
yeah,
looking forward to it.
No, thank you, man.
For you, is this the year though that you feel the Falcons have to get to the playoffs and get the momentum moving?
I'm telling the guys, like, yo, the pressure's on, man. Like, we've done a lot to this team. We got the right guys, got the right players, like. But another thing I tell them is, like, yo, we got to take it just 1 week at a time. Like, one day, 1 week at a time. Like, we got to stop looking ahead. I feel like what always caught us is, like, we're always talking about we got to win the division. We got to do this, do that, get to the playoffs. I'm like, bro, like, we have to beat this team first before we talk about anything else. And I really learned throughout my career in the NFL, like, put as much focus on, it doesn't even matter if it's not a division game. On that team. Because, man, y'all already know in the NFL, man, like, you can be we were 5-1 last year in the division. and we still didn't make the playoffs. So I was like, and which is tough, and that was a tough one to swallow because I'm like, man, how do we become 5-1 and still not make the goal that we were trying to do? So I feel like we needed that last year, and with this season coming up, taking it one game at a time and not focus on nothing else, not hearing nothing else. Even if we have, an amazing game, like not hearing the fluff because that can get you caught up. Like that's our goal. That's our goal to, you can forget the playoffs if you're not doing what you're doing every single week. So I learned that for real.
Man, thank you so much for your time, bro.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. So can we book it now? Atlanta Falcons playoffs, Texas Longhorn Natty.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Ain't y'all in the SEC now?
Man, we did last year.
He said you saw it last year.
Yeah, they
I know what
came
y'all
in
did.
that
Oh, yeah.
Like, yo,
Let's go do it, man.
Rooting for you.
It is. It's a game changer.
Oh,
It's not fair.
for y'all too, though.
It's not
My
fair.
next door neighbor, y'all backup quarterback. Rajah Bell's son, Dia Bell.
Oh,
We live across the street from each other.
shoot.
Man, appreciate you. We'll get you some food, man. Thank you so much.
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On the mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Trust, limitless. Niggas to me can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up.